Hey there, it's Pete with GCI Turf. Hope you're having a great day, and the bluegrass is really kicking ass, right? It's really looking good right now. Just want to give you a quick update on it, let you see what was going on, and I've got some weeds in here. Let me show you a little closer. All right, so you can see I've gotten some really good fill-in. And this stuff, I'm really excited to see this in the springtime because it ought to be kicking tail. But I've got this weed right here. See it right here? It's got a very hard... Now this is very interesting because I've never, ever seen this weed anywhere in our area. Nowhere. Not in the... I don't know how many yards we manage, but out of all of them, and in all the years that I've actually been treating turf, I've yet to see this particular weed. So I had to get with my buddy Matt and my buddy Chris, and between those two guys, we figured it out. It's called false buttonweed, and it's had a frost hit it, so you can see the leaves are starting to curl. It's starting to go away because the frost has got it, but when it's in its glory, the leaves look just like buttonweed leaves. So I guess that's where it gets its name. Real super woody stem. I mean, it's super thick. Actually, it's a little thicker and harder than a Virginia buttonweed stem. But the remedy for that is something like a triclopyr product, and of course the frost has hit it. It's going into dormancy to lay low for next year, so the triclopyr now is not going to do a whole lot for it. It might burn off the leaves or whatever, but what I'm going to do, look at all of it. You see all these little chunks of it right through here? And look at the Appalachian. Look at how much better that's coming in. That Appalachian's kicking tail now. But I got that stuff all through here, so I'm going to get out here and I'm gonna simply pull it out with my hands. Like that right there, and just pull it out barely. Look at there. See there? I'm gonna try to pull it out easy enough to where I don't mess up the turf or don't pull up too much of the grass. Yeah, it's coming up with no turf. My yard's rocking and rolling again. The test plot's coming on in. You can remember this right here, I showed in another video, this is where all the water kind of flows down through this little valley right here. And all this was complete dirt. And look at here. That GCI seeds filling it on in right there. So, there's your update. Let me get out here and pull these weeds, and we'll talk about something else right quick. Well, it looks a heck of a lot better. That took me all of 5 minutes, 8 minutes. Look right here. Look at that germination on that baby bluegrass. That's where I had to redo some spots. And you can see I still have some areas wash. Not so sure I'm gonna worry about that. I'll let that fill in the spring. So it wasn't too awful much come out of there. All right, so this will be pretty neat right here. I went over there in a part that was real thick, and I just pulled up some little plugs of this bluegrass. And if you got some fescue that when you seeded and you threw it over in your beds or whatever, and it's coming up, or something like that, you can most certainly dig that up real carefully and then go stick it over in your stick it over in your yard. If you've got a little bare spot here and there, transplant it with no problem. Just to kind of speed the process along is all I'm doing right here. Of course, all that'll take root and take off. That'll help that area to fill in a little bit quicker. All right, so there's your little quick update on everything. Now, I'm getting a lot of people asking about mowing, weed control, things like that. If your weather is anything remotely close to North Carolina, you should be mowing at a bare minimum right now. If you're cool season grass and you're cooler weather, cold, even frost in the morning, you shouldn't be doing a lot of mowing. If you absolutely have to mow, I always try to time it to where if I mow on a Monday, it's not gonna frost the next 2 or 3 days. Because when you mow, the grass isn't gonna grow and recover after that mow as quickly as it would if it were warmer. And when you open that grass blade up by cutting it, and then you put that frost right on top of that open grass blade, you can stun it, discolor it. I've seen yards lose all their color. It's not going to kill it, but it will lose all of its color. So my yard's at about 4 inches. All the test plot here is about 4 inches, and I'm gonna cut it around 3.5 inches. But I'm waiting because I'm waiting on a week where we get some nicer temperatures and we're not quite so cold in the morning where it's a chance of frost. And yeah, I'll mow it. Weed control. If you got a good, healthy, established yard, sure, you can spray some weed control, triplet, speed zone, anything like that for broadleaf. What I don't want to do is on this brand new baby grass, come out and spray it. You need to mow it 2 or 3 times before you go applying herbicides and that kind of thing. So my yard, the test plot, I won't do any weed control on it probably until February. It don't bother me. There's not a lot of weeds in it, but it just don't bother me if there is some weeds there, because I know that application is important, and I don't want to do anything in the world to damage or set back my baby grass that's coming up. The bluegrass, I've mowed it about 3 or 4 times, so probably if I can get a nice warmer week here in the next couple of weeks, I will probably do a triplet application here or speed zone or something, because I got some plantain and a little bit of white clover coming up over there, a little bit of hairy bittercress just now starting. So I'll clean that up and work on that a little bit, because I have mowed it 2 or 3 times. So anyway, there you go. That's everything, and I'm actually going to put some more 1801 on this, another 1/10 of a pound. I think in the past month and a half, I've put about a 1/2 pound total. Maybe 4/10 of a pound. I think I've done 4 applications. So the one I do right here today is going to be make it be a 1/2 pound for the past month and a half or so. And instead of, like I said, that spoon feedings, I'm just kind of barely nudging it along. Instead of hitting it all at one time, I'm just kind of gently pushing it, because I don't want it to grow really fast. I don't want to put all of it down at one time. I just want to kind of gently grow it in. And I've been doing my yard like that, the test plot like that. Man, that's a really good way to kind of nudge that new growth and get it to grow a little bit, so you can get a mowing or 2 in before hardcore winter sets in. So hey, like, subscribe, thank you for watching, and we'll check you later.